Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Elden Ring OST reaction, and one that I know people have wanted for a while, and I know it's to sort of close out a little bit on covering like the main dragon style fights in these games, and I have heard only speculatively, by the way, that the actual fight for apparently Bayle the Dread is meant to be the best boss fight in the DLC. I don't know whether I personally I have absolutely no idea because I have not even played Elden Ring. The plan is once my equipment arrives, I am going to be streaming Elden Ring, and I'll be able to judge for myself and probably get lost in the music along the way. But with that being said, I heard the expectations for this were quite high, and once, um, well, again, that's sort of where it begins and ends. That I heard this is the best fight, and I have no idea to prove that it's not. In the meantime, however, how about we check out the OST instead? So this should be good. Bayle the Dread. Literally in seven, it sounds, but almost literally off the back. It's why does it come across like From Software just wanted to put Deathwing into this game? Tell me, does this? It almost sounds like the opening cinematic to Cataclysm. Does it not? You know, when Elden Ring gets freed from the Black Iron Dwarves, and he decides he's going to basically destroy all of Azeroth. I think it's been a while since I've played Cataclysm, but let's keep going. Oh my god. Actually, a very unique little thing I've kind of noticed with this is that there's such like a heavy inclusion of cellos into this, and something that, at least from my experience, whenever like the inclusion of cellos usually means something that there's almost like to be like there's like an air of foreboding about this that Bayle not only concerns an air of just absolute terror, but it's the notion that terror is coming. It's not the things that Bayle probably does to you that are terrifying, but it's the thought that Bayle will do them, and without even giving a thought as to whether you are tarnished, unkindled, or anything in between. That's kind of really ingenious boss design, because I think also, again, maybe I'm coming across as a bit of a snob in all this, but to me, a boss's OST should also be like a strong reflection about what the boss is and what it's all about and what it can only be like when you're caught in the middle of this. And looking, or at least hearing, the idea of Bayle the Dread as this monstrosity of a dragon. But it here's the thing: it is still classified as a dragon as far as the game is concerned. So there's like a huge air of regality and of great power that a lot of the dragons do represent in this series. But let's keep going. Wow. It's, again, how ironic it is, ladies and gentlemen, that for a boss literally calling itself the Dread, it displays it's not really about dread, it's about astonishment that this is the single hardest looking thing I've ever seen. And certainly, ladies and gentlemen, when the time comes, I would also know how difficult is this thing to beat, because I have some speculation maybe in the back of my mind, and perhaps this is only like completely, again, just speculation on my part, but what if for some reason Bayle the Dread is just sort of he may not be the biggest or the baddest sort of dragon you've ever come across, but what if he's like terrifying in a different way? What if it's that he has like actual dialogue and he actually you can interact with him like just like you can with Deathwing? Because Deathwing is, and again, I maybe Deathwing is not the best example in the world, but Deathwing in World of Warcraft is more of a force of nature. He differs from like other dragons like Insignia and is it I don't think it's no, Sargeras isn't a dragon. Who am I thinking of? Who's you know, it's Deathwing's son basically, but Deathwing, in any respect, is best described as a force of nature. He doesn't really do much apart from his own purpose. He doesn't really have any motivation for the things he does. He doesn't really have any sort of backstory in terms of why he does the things he does. He doesn't really give... You know what I'm trying to say is that there probably are many other reasons besides why Bayle is probably more terrifying in different aspects. Maybe he's some sort of like maybe dragon demon, like almost something like I don't know, like the Demon Prince boss fight. because basically something that is almost beyond even the terrors and power scales of dragons. I'm not entirely sure for certain, but I am really, really intrigued because it doesn't really seem as if like they did all this build up for there to be just a whiff of its delivery. I don't really think they would have put that much into it for that. But certainly we will find out when the time comes. And with all that being said and done, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this OST reaction to Bayle the Dread. I know this one was a long time coming, and soon enough I will look into doing the one for Consort Radahn, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.